Show. It's the Mac Man Morning Show. It's the Mac Man Morning Show. It's the Mac Man Morning Show. Sitting at home when you're in your car. It's the Mac Man Morning Show. No matter if you get far. It's the Mac Man Morning Show. You better tune in quick or you might just miss. It's the Mac Man Morning Show. The best show this side of the sea. It's the Mac Man Morning Show. 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 It's the Mac Man Morning Show.
If your locks ain't right and your twist is on limp, you know. Get over to Keisha Studio. Specialized in locks, natural hair, and extensions. When your hair needs that special attention, make Keisha Studios your next decision. Located 3964 Goodman Road E, Suite 122 in South Haven, Mississippi. Call 901-650-9487 for your appointment at Keisha Studios. You know.
I am Pam Ghostin, owner and creator of Candle Desserts Lounge, Mississippi's finest dessert and drink candles that are hand poured right here in DeSoto County. Our motto is dessert and drinks, 0 calories. We strive to create a vivid imagination of the delicious gourmet desserts and tropical drinks by offering a sweet and zesty vibe with an experience that ignites both your taste buds and sense of creativity. We also do candle making parties, whether it's for a private party, birthdays, anniversary, bachelor or bachelorette parties, business team building. We can do a party for any occasion. For more information, call 662-460-5035. Also, check out our website at candledessertlounge.bigcartel.com. If you're looking for those one-of-a-kind gifts, our candles are perfect for you.
Hello everyone, this is Melissa Schumpert with Melissa Fashion. Come out to our store location. We're waiting to pack those orders and see your smiley faces at 850 North Gloucester Street, Suite 3, Tupelo, Mississippi, 38804. And always you can shop online at melipifashion.com.
Fake Democrat, MAGA-loving wolf in sheep clothing. Scott Cologne. His mouth is moving, but he's a black lying Mississippi attorney. Yes, another Mississippi attorney endorsed by Congressman Benny Thompson. And he wants to distract you long enough for you to vote for him and send him to Washington, D.C. There's a real Democrat out there providing hope for Mississippi. And because she doesn't have a major endorsement or goes by the title attorney, she's considered the underdog. Priscilla Williams Till does not scratch where it doesn't itch, like her fake Democrat MAGA voting opponent, Scott Cologne. Remember Priscilla Williams Till in March at the polls. Priscilla Williams Till is fighting to rebuild Mississippi from the ground up, and she has never voted for a government shutdown where your EBT and food stamps will be affected like attorney Scott MAGA-loving Cologne has. Priscilla Williams Till campaign is built on a simple truth. When Mississippians are healthy, educated, and living in communities with clean water and strong infrastructure, our state thrives. Don't fall for the lies. Scott Colomb is fake. Priscilla Williams Teal is the underdog, but she is the real Democrat in this race. Let's hear from Priscilla.
Voted in their primary and also registered as a Republican in there. So we know without a shadow of a doubt that Mr. Colomb should not be running in this Democratic election for the United States Senator, registered as a Republican. If he knows that he should not have been running and he tried to trick the Democratic voters, then he should be held accountable for that.
Tune in to the MacMan Morning Show. Hold up. Man, this is one of the hottest talk radio shows this side of the Mississippi. We're talking about the MacMan Morning Show, Mondays through Friday from 9 a.m. to 10:20 a.m. Man, get you some on WKRA 92.7 FM. Man, beat me there. Don't meet me there.
Well, good morning, grand rising to each and every one of you. Grand rising, good day to each and every one of you. This is the MacMan Morning Show. And each and every weekday morning at 9 a.m. Central Standard Time, that's 10 o'clock on the East Coast, right here on Mac Media 3, Mac Media 3 Productions, right here. We like to welcome all of our brand new listeners on our various platforms. We're now on Instagram and TikTok. Watch out now. Of course, we are on our YouTube channel each and every day. We started out 2 years ago and we're still running. And yes, we're on Facebook. Can you imagine that? The MacMan Morning Show has expanded. I want to welcome all of our listeners to our new on our new platforms, and also to our brand new radio and television network. That's Hot Talk Radio and Television International. We're all over. We have affiliates in major countries and all of our 50 states and territories. Let me say thank you all for your welcome back that I have received. I've been on Hot Talk Radio, the network, several years ago, and we have come back to do what we need to do in media. There's so many things that are going on. I'm just grateful for the opportunity just to come and to share with you each and every weekday morning at 9 a.m. Central Standard Time. Let me say good morning to everyone, all of our new listeners and our new family members that are here. We'd like to say grand rising, good morning to you. Usually you catch us on YouTube television, but then, as I said, we have expanded to our various platforms, and we'll make sure that in the coming days as we progress that you will have all that information. Just go to the MacMan Morning Show on most of the platforms, and you can receive our broadcast. I'm excited because this is something brand new. And I said to myself, well, now, if not now, when? Also, we'll be coming on camera real soon. I got a brand new camera. I got a camera, and I got the proper equipment, got to just set up everything and make sure that everything is in order, and make sure that each and every day, at least I comb my hair. Well, anyway, it's not about our appearances. It's what we bring. Let me go through how our program, our broadcast operates. One, the MacMan Morning Show, Mac Media Productions 3 LLC. That's our parent company. Yeah, that's Mac Media 3. It's like MC of my part of my last name. And we come here each and every weekday morning to bring you inspiration. But I'll reverse that. Information and inspiration, current affairs, current events, news, politics, church, or whatever. I don't talk about folks' churches and stuff like that. I'm not a gossip columnist. I don't worry about P. Diddy and the rest of them folks that are doing what they do. That's not important to me. We have so many things going around and happening right where we live. And I like to say good morning to our listeners in Minnesota. We know that the tensions there are high because of the unalivement of Miss Renee Good. We've seen it. I've seen it. All of us have seen it. It's tragedy as it is not unsupervised, but the untrained militia that has taken over our country. We don't know whether they the Proud Boys or the whatever they call them folks that stormed the Capitol. It could be he gave them full pardons so they can apply for anything. And these are the type of people that they want. And it seems like these are the type of people that we're seeing. Not just in Minnesota, not just in Chicago, the major cities, not just in Memphis, but right in Mississippi, Jackson, Mississippi. ICE has a presence, and the harassment continues. The obstruction continues. They haven't even got the Epstein files out. And then they're sitting around talking about they want to go to another country to be peacekeepers when you ain't even keeping the peace over here in this country. You're not a president. You're not even a dictator. You're cowards. That's the orange man that lives in the house that just so happens to be white. I'm not a prejudiced person, and on our various platforms, as I say every day, if you have not seen me when we were on YouTube, as we're on YouTube now, and Facebook and all of our other outlets, Snapchat and not Snapchat, Instagram, TikTok, and our other platforms that we have. I am pro-black and I'm not anti-white. I'll explain that in a little bit. I got to take everybody through a little orientation about our show. Our show is not based upon numbers. And let me explain that. I am not a numbers chaser. I'm not a clout chaser. I'm not here for you to just click and view or lie to you and tell you that the sky is falling and it's not. I'm not here to lie and to hype you up and to benefit or to be a benefactor to any political party, whether it's Republican, Democrat, or whatever you are. I'm a realist. I'm a person that listens to the people. In my previous years of broadcasting, I was the handle that they gave me was the man on the street, James Mack, the man on the street, street reporter, street broadcast, street journalist. I like to go where the people are. And in my career as a broadcaster, I've encountered many, many things. I've encountered protest, happy times. There's some real times that just jerk you back sometime, but in all, I try to deliver the news and give you the information that you can use and our community can use. And you say, Brother James, why you talk about the community when are you just specifically talking about people of color? No, everybody. I mean, you got neighbors, friends, and co-workers that we interact with each and every day. I'm not blaming any one person or nationality for anything. We got a madman in the White House. Yeah, we do. We got madmen in the state houses. Whether you're in Springfield, Jackson, whether you're in Nashville or wherever your capital is, there's some people there that are trying to change and turn around. Okay. Excuse me. I have we got a special guest that's coming on from Mike Magazine. The publisher of Mike Magazine is going to be here with us. You saw, those of you that have see our program each and every day, you know that we run various ads from various businesses, and even you might see some political ads. Uh, People have a right to know what's going on. And we got a situation down here in the South that needs to be, a light needs to be shed on it. And we're going to do that with Mike Magazine and its publisher, Angela Buckner. She's going to be here in a little bit. And we're going to talk about it. Brother Lee Mack, you're going to be entered for those of you that probably know and probably see our co-host, Brother Lee Mack, will be here with his commentary. And Brother Lee is our co-host, my brother, my co-host, and he comes on with us each and every day. He'll be here in a little bit, right around the halfway mark of our show. And I'm grateful to him because he's been with me from day one. This is brand new, and I'm reaching out to our audience and trying to make it a little bit broader. And you will see me. I'm coming on camera real soon. Okay. Wait a minute. All right. Let's see. I got a message here. Okay. Okay. I'm back. There is some information that was just sent to me. Thank you. Thank you very much. Also, we call the roll here every day. There are various listeners that have been with us from day one, and we say hello and we give a shout out to those that have supported us. We've been on the air for 2 years, and I said this is something that we needed to do. It makes no sense to have the platforms if you don't get out there and use them. And I'm just grateful. I'm just grateful for all of the great support. I like this. Just first of all, we always, each and every morning, we greet Deacon Alvin Moore in Homewood, Illinois, and his wonderful caregivers, his family. That's Sharon Reed, and that's Apostle Anthony Reed. Wonderful service on yesterday, sir, that you had. Candle Dessert Lounge, one's our supporters. We every day we welcome Candle Dessert Lounge, Pam G, and everybody to Jessica Starks of the Bond Group. I don't know, they might have put me out, I think, because I don't know, what have you. I got some other stuff that I want to talk to you all about too. Some interesting things have been going on just in the last couple of days that kind of like, it doesn't shake me what people do, and it shouldn't shake you. And we're going to be, I'm going to talk a little bit about this subject here, and you saw this on our thumbnail. What if there was no or a video? What if there wasn't a video? I'm going to take it a step further. What if it was a black woman? Now you might say, Mr. Mack, why are you doing this? Why are you coming on here with this here and saying what you say? You know, it was a white woman and Hispanic peoples and stuff, you know, that the ICE peoples is messing with, and they shooting their own folks. And you saying, are you insensitive to what's going on? No, I'm not. I'm not insensitive to what's going on. Because, ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters, the problem that I have with this whole thing is now the whole country is blown up. Some people said it's a good thing that it happened. I don't think anybody's unalivement is a good thing. As tragic as it was, and we watched it on, and I refuse to play the tape. I don't play, and that's another thing. I don't do Pookie and Ray Ray. I don't do the murder. I mean, the unalivements that people are doing in the neighborhood. The neighborhood activists need to get together, and people need to straighten up their houses. I can't straighten your house up for you. I can't tell people what to do where you live. I can't do it. It's ridiculous. I can't, and I won't do it. But I will bring you news and information that you can. We got a crisis in our country. Yeah, you say, wow, really? Yeah, we got a crisis in our country. But then we still got a color problem in our country. We do. We don't want to address it. We want to sit back and chill with our friends that are of another persuasion. But ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters, we got to look at it for what it is. I'm not trying to start nothing. I'm going to say it anyway. What if that person was black? Would the outrage be there? I want to see somebody come in the chat and say something. Would there be outrage? See, this is the news and the information that I bring. These are the conversations that need to be had instead of us sticking our heads in the sand like it doesn't happen. What if it was a black woman, black boy, girl, man, grandmother, grandfather, uncle, whatever the case may be? Would there be all of this outrage, yelling and screaming and marching in the streets and everything? Oh, I'm glad they're doing it, Joe. Oh, please trust me. Now and then, I'm gonna say something in a little bit. We'll be right back in a little bit. I'm going to do something. Let me get these commercials out of the way. I'm waiting for our special guest to come before we get in wrapped up with everything. But these are our supporters, people that support us. And if you would like to have your ads or your business displayed on the McMahon Morning Show, we're going to give you instructions on doing that. But this is our anchor sponsor. Keisha the Stylist has been with us on our show as a supporter from day one and still here. And we're glad to have all of our supporters and those that will have their businesses showcased on here. And I'm going to talk about a couple of people that are coming on board with us. This is the McMahon Morning Show each and every weekday morning at 9 a.m. Central Standard Time. That's 10 o'clock on the East Coast on right here at Mac Media 3, Mac Media 3 Productions, Hot Talk Radio and television, all of our platforms, social media platforms. We welcome all of you here. We'll be right back after a few messages from our support.
If your locks ain't right and your twist is on limp, you know, get over to Keisha Studio. Specialized in locks, natural hair, and extensions. When your hair needs that special attention, make Keisha Studios your next decision. Located 3964 Goodman Road E, Suite 122 in South Haven, Mississippi. Call 901-650-9487 for your appointment at Keisha Studios. You know.
Fake Democrat, MAGA-loving wolf in sheep clothing. Scott Cologne. His mouth is moving, but he's a black lion Mississippi attorney. Yes, another Mississippi attorney endorsed by Congressman Benny Thompson. And he wants to distract you long enough for you to vote for him and send him to Washington, D.C. There's a real Democrat out there providing hope for Mississippi. And because she doesn't have a major endorsement or goes by the title attorney, she's considered the underdog. Priscilla Williams Till does not scratch where it doesn't itch, like her fake Democrat MAGA voting opponent, Scott Cologne. Remember Priscilla Williams Till in March at the polls. Priscilla Williams Till is fighting to rebuild Mississippi from the ground up, and she has never voted for a government shutdown where your EBT and food stamps will be affected like attorney Scott MAGA-loving Cologne has. Priscilla Williams Till campaign is built on a simple truth. When Mississippians are healthy, educated, and living in communities with clean water and strong infrastructure, our state thrives. Don't fall for the lies. Scott Cologne is fake. Priscilla Williams Till is the underdog, but she is the real Democrat in this race. Let's hear from Priscilla.
Voted in their primary and also registered as a Republican in there. So we know without a shadow of a doubt that Mr. Cologne should not be running in this Democratic election for the United States Senator, registered as a Republican. If he knows that he should not have been running and he tried to trick the Democratic voters, then he should be held accountable for that.
Tune in to the McMahon Morning Show. Hold up. Man, this is one of the hottest talk radio shows this side of the Mississippi. We're talking about the McMahon Morning Show, Mondays through Friday from 9 a.m. to 10:20 a.m. Man, get you some on WKRA 92.7 FM. Man, beat me there. Don't meet me there.
we like to say hello to all of our listeners from WKRA 92.7 FM in Holly Springs, Mississippi. Uh, Unfortunately, we're no longer uh, they no longer hold our transmitting license. Therefore, we had to find us a new radio and television network, and I'm just proud to be a part of Hot Talk Radio and Television International. We'd like to say hello to all of our wonderful, wonderful listeners and those that have come along many years. I've been for a couple of years. I was with Hot Talk Radio and Television Network, and we're back in a bigger and better role. Um, and we want to just say hello to all of our affiliates and all of our associates around the world and right here in the United States. So people are listening to us around the world. They're listening. Somebody's listening to the McMahon Morning Show, and we're just grateful. I have a very special guest that's here. I don't know what okay, and I don't know what happened to her picture though, but I have okay, there you go. Okay. I have a very special guest that's with us on today, the editor in chief and the head person in charge of Mike Magazine. My dear friend Angela Buckner is here, and we're grateful to her being here. I got her here for a couple of reasons. uh, Mainly to there's so many things that are going on in the state of Mississippi. And you say, Brother Mac, why are you harping on these people in Mississippi? Because just like they got crooks everywhere in various cities, and y'all got the impression that the people in Mississippi is honest as the driven snow, you got another thing coming. There are people that look like me, skin folk, but they're not kin folks. They're people that are look like me that are taking the money and running and trying to sabotage the way of life that we as Mississippians and people that are Mississippians want to live. And I have with us here Angela Buckner. She's here patiently waited for us. And Angela, good morning to you.
Good morning.
How are you?
I'm good.
Come on.
I'm good.
Okay,
Glad
good.
to be
You
here.
know,
Thank you so much.
well, I thank you for your support. I also thank you for the boldness that you have in journalism. Ms. Buckner is not only a publisher of a wonderful periodical, but she's also a journalist and a reporter. And you know, I got something for in my heart about reporters because they get to the crust of things. You just saw a ad that was put together by Mike Magazine and by Ms. Buckner on behalf of the future senator of Mississippi, Miss Priscilla Williams Chill. There's some shenanigans that's going on, and I want to lead off with our first broadcast that we're having to emphasize the situation that's going on with our candidate here that's seeking that office. Now, there's some other things that I want to say. I'm going to say while Ms. Buckner is here in a little bit. But Ms. Buckner, why don't you say good morning to the folks all over the world? Everybody's looking.
Good morning to everyone. Angela Buckner here, the voice behind the Mike magazine here in this great state of Mississippi. Just glad to be a part of this beautiful platform that you have. And I want to say to you that it takes a lot to have as much longevity as you have and
Well,
seniority
thank you.
as you have as a veteran in the game. Because I'm a rookie compared to you, man.
Oh, God help us. No, well, I just saw, now,
Mhm.
you know, a rookie like this, I must be slow on some things. Not really. But you
Right.
put together this, we've talked about this previously,
Hmm.
about the release that was released about the information about Mr. Cologne and his foolishness that's going on. Tell
Hmm.
us about. Can you just bring everybody up to speed on this situation, because a lot of people don't understand why are we attacking a brother. Somebody said, man, that's a brother, he a lawyer and and this and that, but he's a liar and a crook. As far
Hmm.
as I'm concerned, anybody that supports that man with the orange makeup on that lives in a house that's white makes me nervous. So I want you to just give us a little background on this situation. I'm taking this time now because it needs to be put out now and some more. And we need to constantly remind the nation that Mississippi is still under the hand of an oppressor, even if it looks like you and I. Go ahead, Miss Buckner.
Oh, thank you so much. So when the information came across my desk that there was possibly some shenanigans going on as it relates to getting the candidates qualified, that raised a red flag for me. Prior to me finding this out, I had been doing some investigating and uh, found out that the Democratic Party was no longer in the location that was on their website, which was 811 River Road or something like that in Jackson. And so I set out to go and see for myself. When I got there, I noticed that the building was dark. And not only that, I didn't see a sign that says Mississippi Democratic Party. I never noticed anybody's car in the parking lot except further down in front of some more property. So I sat out there, I knocked on the door. Now this is after they had flipped seats. When you got Senator Ism had won here in Mississippi and a couple of more
Hmm.
people, and made some major boss moves in the Democratic Party. So I wanted to go up close and personal and speak to the chairperson. Uh, but I never found that chairperson, who is Sheck Taylor. Now, I've spoken with Sheck Taylor on the phone prior to me finding out that they were homeless, is what I call it. Okay. On my way out of there, I noticed that there is a name on a for sale sign, and the name is Nadia Cologne. Well, I did some more investigating and found out that Scott Cologne's wife
Is
name
that
is
the previous
Nadia.
That's the previous headquarters, right? You saying
That's
that you
the
saw the cologne.
that was supposed to have been the current headquarters, right?
Right. Yes, ma'am.
So I'm going thinking I'm going to speak to someone currently about the seats that have been flipped and things like that. Homeless. Homeless until December the 4th is what I'm told. And it was a doggone shame. And to make certain that I was doing my due diligence, Mr. Mack, I went over to the Republican headquarters, knocked on the door. All of this is documented. I have it all on video, okay? And uh, press the button like I did at the other location for the Democrats. The difference is nothing happened at the Democratic location, but when I got to the Republican location, there was a voice on the other side. And
Wow.
I said, hey, I'm not trying to come in or anything, but I'm just trying to make certain that the Republican headquarters is still where it says on the website.
Okay. Because you
And
went to
they
the Democrats and they weren't there.
were not there. For sale sign is out there. So I went to the Republican headquarters to do my due diligence here in Mississippi, and they confirmed that that was in fact their headquarters. I think off Yazoo Street or something, um, and I was able to go on uh and close everything out because I wanted to make certain that I wasn't seen. It didn't seem like I was picking on the Democratic Party. It's something because now we come up to today where we find out that there is some questioning on strong allegations about Scott Cologne being a registered Republican, is what
Hmm.
the candidate Priscilla Williams Teal is saying. So she did a press conference. And Mr. Mack, the weird thing is none of Mississippi mainstream media shows.
As usual.
Now you had
As
black media
usual.
in the building, the Jackson Advocate newspaper, the Mike
You were
magazine,
there.
and you had a news station all the way from Greenville that did show up, right? they're waiting for Scott Cologne to respond to these allegations. It's quiet as ever. Quiet. Right? And I'm not understanding why he's not willing to speak up and say, "Man, y'all got me mixed up with somebody else. I'm not a Republican." Never spoke up and
He
said
never
anything
denied.
of the sort.
As of now, do you know? Has he denied it or
No,
said that he wasn't? Any
no,
official word or anything?
no official word, period, from his
Wow.
camp. Um, but we did reach out to Sheck Taylor again after I found out they were homeless. And now I tell him the going joke is I'm told that the Mississippi Democratic Party is on Section 8. I would hate to try and reduce them to a trap house. Okay.
Well,
But
you
they
I
they
was
are.
telling everybody also, though, Miss Buckner, and not interrupting you. I told everybody, I don't care whether you're Republican or Democrat. If it's
Mhm,
wrong, it's wrong. Well,
that's
brother,
right.
you kicking the Democrats, or you? And I know many of them. I know a whole lot of them.
Hmm.
Knowing you is one thing, but the fairness and the process, I don't like. So it's a bunch of foolishness going on. Why? I mean, help us out a little bit and help the nation to know because see they don't understand with the audiences that we have everybody's listening and continue to tell us about these shenanigans that's going on there.
So we have to continue, and I agree with you. We have to continue to call a spade, and it's not picking on anybody. And again, that's why I went over to the Republican party. And some people say, "Oh, she's scared to go over there." No, no, I'm not. I am, as a journalist, going to do my due diligence
They
to
don't know
to
you
make
too
sure
well,
that
do
there's balance.
they?
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, when we're talking about what's happening in the Democratic Party, this never should have happened. Okay, I'm told that Scott Cologne donated to a Republican cause, a primary, one time. And my question is, how many more times will it take? One time should have been enough. And so the question now becomes, who is in charge of qualifying candidates? That person who's responsible for making certain that the person qualifies works hand in hand in tandem with the chair to make certain that they have ballot access.
Right.
Why is it important for him to qualify if he's Republican or voted? There's, voted or they're accusing him of being a registered Republican. Um, why would the Democratic Party even flirt with the thought of allowing him to be on the ballot? Because if he's a Republican, he should be running against Sidney Hyde Smith as a Republican with the other five opponents that's coming up against her. Now,
Right.
with that being said, as Black people, what I've noticed is we are not willing to call a spade in front of people. We want to say it in the chambers, the back chambers. It's
The
time
back
out for that.
rooms. They in the back room somewhere.
Yeah, in the back room. And so I think it's time out for that, Mr. Mack. Watchdog journalists, we are here for a reason.
Mhm.
And not everybody can do what we do. Okay.
That's true. That's
Not
true.
everybody can do it fairly, and as it relates to Priscilla Williams Till, in my opinion, she's the only candidate who's a true Democrat as it relates to comparing apples and oranges.
Mhm.
Okay, she's the only apple in my opinion, right? Um,
Okay.
and at this point in the game, Scott Cologne is going to cost a lot of people some heartache because the more we uncover, the more we're going to talk about, and the more we're going to expose people, and we're going to name names and put faces and names together, okay,
Mhm.
to let them know this person is responsible for qualifying. This person
Right.
is responsible for making certain that they're on the ballot. Okay, and those
Mhm.
two people, Jackie Amos, and the other person is Sheck Taylor. And so we're not done. We're not done over here at the Mike Magazine. We're just
Well,
getting started.
let me ask you this then, and this is the majority, and I won't say. Well, then let's say it like this.
Mm-hmm.
People have said, and it's been whispered, that the only Democratic stronghold.
Hello? I can't hear you.
They saying
I can't hear you.
we have another congressperson, and why is it just one person? Is it just one person that they can elect or whatever? And I tried to explain to them. I tried to explain. Uh, something.
Yeah, you went offline for
Can
a
you, okay,
second.
okay. Wait a minute. Let me see. I
Can you
think we're
restate
here.
it?
Yeah. Can you hear me,
Yes.
Miss Buckner? Hold on one
Yes.
second. Let me see. We're gonna. I don't know what happened here. Okay. Stand by 1 second. Hold on. Okay. I think
Mm-hmm.
we're coming back. We're here, and we're on our live feed. I can see everything here. Um, Everybody, black people have voted. My mama, everybody, your folks, everybody. We voted Democrat
That's
because we
right.
believe that the Democratic Party had our best interests or
That's
got our
right.
best interests at heart. So it's no problem voting Democrat. I don't have a problem with it, and I think that the state of Mississippi has the most black elected officials anywhere in the country, as I've known so far. In
Okay.
saying all of that, with this, and I've heard and I've did my research, and I've also received the information uh, from you, from the Teal campaign, and from others that have been saying it all along, that this man has been a Republican. uh Jesus, he's been a Republican forever, it seems like it. And
Yes.
I don't understand it. I mean, it's baffling to me to see that you are Mississippians that, I mean, why do people think that Mississippians are so slow that they don't understand the okey doke, as I call it? You're a Republican in Democrat clothes. Let me say where I'm going with this. This
Mm-hmm.
man has asked the Democratic voters to vote for him under the endorsement. I was at the endorsement,
Mm-hmm.
the informal endorsement of Mr. Cologne in Marks, Mississippi, at a meeting with the congressman. He bust out and he said, and I quote, he says, "I got a problem with this Ty Pickett guy. You know, Ty Pickett ran in the last senatorial campaign against Roger Wicker, I think. That was back then. And I don't know what happened, what the relationship was between, he was our nominee for that seat. We thought he was going to get it, but then the Republicans kind of did what they had to do. That's another horse of another color.
Mm-hmm.
But he came out and he endorsed this Cologne guy. Now, I heard of his father. I know his father voted Republican, and he did some giving to the Democratic Party. If I'm wrong, I'm not wrong. I mean, that's all I knew about him. I hadn't even heard of him. I heard of his father, but I did not hear of him until he came on the scene, and Congressman Thompson brought him out and said, "This is my pick for U.S. Senate." I thought it was weird. He did that. I was there. I was an eyewitness. I got the pictures. Matter of fact, as we continue to talk about this in the coming weeks, leading right up, because I think that we should be informed. Uh, we should be informed.
Mm-hmm.
Brother Lee Mack is here. My co-host is here. Thanks, Lee, for muting your mic. I'm going to bring him up in the conversation once we get things up. And he said this. I was shocked, and everybody else was shocked. Like, wait a minute, hold on a second. They ain't even qualifying or nothing. We don't know who's running yet. So how can you, as a Democratic official, former chairperson of the DNC convention, you're high up. You're in seniority. You got a lot of seniority, and I thought that officials from the Democratic Party, the officials couldn't put no skin or couldn't make no endorsements during the time of the primary. Help me out now, Ms. Angela. Am I on the right track on that part?
Absolutely.
I
Keep
hope I
talking.
am. Okay, so he says This is his man. I'm sitting there. He looking me dead in the face because he said, "Oh my God, there he is." Well, he knows who I am. I mean, he knows that we have a broadcast and things. I'm never critical or whatever, but if you slip and you mess up like this, I'm going to say something about it. So I didn't question him at that time. But then I started looking at this Cologne guy, and the only thing I could find out, okay, he's a lawyer and who do do, and he's a prosecutor in one of these counties, several counties he represents. Matter of fact, he was on television yesterday about the awful unalivement of the family members in Mississippi. I know you heard about that, and it's tragic. But he gets on there, and I found out that his supporters are the Republican Party. And then, not only that, they've already almost anointed this guy as the party nominee. Now, I don't think it's fair. I don't. Well, tell me what in the world's going on with these people, Miss Angela? Help me out a little bit. I don't want to be the only one talking about the folks, but help me out a little bit because what's happening in politics affects all of us, local and national. Come on, help me out and tell me about this foolishness that was going on and about this man and everything. Come on, talk to me.
Well, it's evident that Priscilla Williams Teal is what you call the underdog, okay? And they've done everything but baptized him as the nominee. Okay, we have seen in recent um, months or weeks where Congressman Benny Thompson endorsed another attorney, Derek Johnson's wife, Letitia Johnson, and she did not win. She was running and vying for the position of senator, but we do know now that as of January the 6th, that Kamisha Mumford is Senator Mumford.
She is.
So,
She is.
and I want to say congratulations to her as the underdog in that race. She did not have a major endorsement like the senior Democrat here in this state, Congressman Thompson, but the voters are smart. The voters are smart enough to know who they want to represent them. And I always want to give voters the benefit of the doubt because, it's going to be hard to fool these voters, okay?
It
Again,
is. It is.
Benny Thompson is not my hero. I've not made any secrets about that. I said whenever I get the opportunity, he is not my hero. Why do I say that? Because when it comes time to ask those tough questions as a reporter, as an investigative journalist, I am going to ask those questions. I am going to do my research. Now, why is Scott Cologne this? Here's the question. Why is Scott Cologne feeling so comfortable being passed around and walked up and down and paraded, throughout Mississippi as a Democrat? Why does he feel so comfortable? That's my question. Now, with Ty Pickens fit the bill. He checked off all the boxes seemingly for what the Democrats needed against Roger Wicker. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Now, the question is we have to ask the Honorable Congressman Thompson what happened because Ty Pickens is from Rolling Fork, Mississippi. Rolling Fork, for those who may not know, was just hit maybe 2 years ago, going on 3 years, by that massive tornado. This young man he's a military veteran. He's worked his way up through the cotton fields and all of that. If you followed him, you see that he's no rookie to run in an election. I'll say it that way. But he too is an attorney. He too has spent time in Washington D.C. I'm trying to understand, why wouldn't Congressman Thompson truly support this young man against Roger Wicker, and you turn around and you're supporting a person who is said to be a registered Republican. Now, what I
Right.
didn't know was this. This morning I saw an article. And it's something about Mississippi Today. They keep coming out with these things about, the Democratic Party. And so it shows me the way that they're going. Mississippi Today never sent a reporter over to that press conference, okay? But they're crying because Jason White, the Speaker of the House, would not allow one of their reporters to go in for question and answering. And now I'm not going to
Mm-hmm.
say this is a good thing, but I can say I see why Jason White, who's the Speaker of the House, didn't allow Mississippi Today inside. I can understand because there's a
Wow.
narrative out there that's leaning more towards Scott Colomb. Why do I say that? Because I saw an article where just over the weekend when they said that, oh, Scott Colomb is the front runner. Not only that, they put his picture. They didn't put Priscilla's
Yeah,
picture.
I saw that.
They never
I
mentioned
saw that.
about him being a registered Republican. Those allegations that have been talked about, they have pretty much whitewashed this man's whole thing. Friday, a
I
letter
think
went out. Thank
this
you.
is the article that you're talking about, I think,
No, no,
right
no.
here.
I'm going to
It's on the
send you that.
screen. No?
I'm going to send you the
Okay.
one I'm talking about. Friday.
Yes,
Yeah,
ma'am.
put that back up, please, because I was leading right into that. Friday, see, Priscilla Williams Teal shook them so much, shook them up so much that now the Democratic National Committee on Friday sent a letter to the Secretary of State, Michael Watson, telling him,
Mm-hmm.
hey, we need you to pump your brakes. We don't want you to go along with Trump's DOJ as it relates to releasing the people who have voted and how they voted. All of this,
Mm.
listen, all of this is because Priscilla Williams Teal has
She went to him.
she went to
Go
them and
ahead. Go
said,
ahead.
hey, I need you guys to investigate Scott Colomb. And this is the thanks that she gets. And then, we know Ty Pickens was a Democrat. Now he's running as
Mm-hmm.
an independent. And what we got to
Mm-hmm.
remember about Roger Wicker was for Scott Colomb. So we got what they're saying in the Republican Party. Republicans in name only, there's a rhino. They're saying
Mm-hmm.
that Sidney Highsmith is a rhino. They're saying that Attorney General Lynn Fitch is a rhino. Republican in name only. Okay, so how is it that you can partner with somebody who gave Scott Colomb the green light?
Mm-hmm.
They gave Scott Colomb the green light as it relates to trying to become a judge of a major judge in the state of Mississippi.
Yeah, he was up for the federal judgeship, and you
That's it.
know that Cindy Hyde, they call it a blue slip. If they get the okay to be
Mm-hmm.
attorney general or whatever the case may be, the acting or the assistant attorney general or a judge in the federal, other than they get nominated. They got this guy, I don't know his out of that was on the Supreme Court. They picked him instead of Cologne. And that's where it kind of got funky, where he's going to run against her. And I say, like you said, he should have ran as a Republican. Why is he running as a Democrat?
And why is Benny feeling comfortable enough walking
Mm-hmm.
him to
Your
across
mic
the
is
state of
muted, so you
Mississippi?
gotta. I can't hear you.
Why?
Wait a
Why?
minute.
Can you hear me now?
Say something, Miss.
Mic check. Mic check.
Wait 1 second. I know your mic's on. Wait a minute. Yeah, you're open.
Mic check.
This is okay. This is what I'm going to do. I want you to come out and come back in. We're going to take a break. I'm going to bring you back. Can you hear me? Okay. Come back in, and we're going to reset your mic. Brother Lee Mike Mack is going to join us. This is the McMahon Morning Show. Welcome to all of our new listeners and our new viewers on all of our platforms from Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube. We're here and on Mac Media 3 Productions, Hot Talk Radio and Television Network International. We're everywhere. We'll be right back with our guests. And we got Brother Lee. I want him in on this conversation also. And we'll be right back after these messages, folks.
If your locks ain't right and your twist is on limp, you know, get over to Keisha Studio. Specialized in locks, natural hair, and extensions. When your hair needs that special attention, make Keisha Studios your next decision. Located 3964 Goodman Road E, Suite 122 in South Haven, Mississippi. Call 901-650-9487 for your appointment at Keisha Studios. You know.
I am Pam Ghostin, owner and creator of Candle Desserts Lounge, Mississippi's finest dessert and drink candles that are hand poured right here in DeSoto County. Our motto is dessert and drinks, 0 calories. We strive to create a vivid imagination of the delicious gourmet desserts and tropical drinks by offering a sweet and zesty vibe with an experience that ignites both your taste buds and sense of creativity. We also do candle making parties, whether it's for a private party, birthdays, anniversary, bachelor or bachelorette parties, business team building. We can do a party for any occasion. For more information, call 662-460-5035. Also, check out our website at candledessertlounge.bigcartel.com. If you're looking for those one-of-a-kind gifts, our candles are perfect for you.
Let me say good morning to each and every one of you that have joined us here. I have Brother Lee Mack is here with us. We're waiting for our guest to come back into the studio with us. We're waiting for Ms. Buckner to come back. We had an interesting conversation that's going on. But let me give you some programming notes as we continue. We like to, as we said before, we're on all major platforms now. And I'm grateful to expand our territory to give us an opportunity to reach worldwide. People want to know what's going on in not just in our state, but in our country, with several things that are going on with the man with the orange makeup on that lives in the White House, as we say. But we want to thank all of you for crossing over with us. We call this our crossover. We like to thank Dr. Nikita Cloud for continued support. We want to thank our wonderful, wonderful supporter, and that's Mrs. LLC, the realtor. She's in the chat as we speak, and we want to thank her for being here. We want to also acknowledge all of our wonderful, wonderful supporters that are getting ready to come and give us a hand and help us out in what we do here at the McMahon Morning Show. All I want to do is just say good morning to you in my buckwheat voice, but I ain't gonna do it yet. But I'm grateful to be here, and I'm grateful for the opportunity to have various platforms such as Instagram and TikTok. Of course, we're on YouTube each and every day. We started out 2 years ago. And our wonderful friends over at Facebook, we want to thank all of them for being here. Also, I have some rather disappointing news that I didn't want to bring, but I don't know. I'll talk about that. I'm going to talk about that. I got Miss Buckner back. There she is. She's coming back. Wait a minute. Let me bring her up. Did I get you? Wait a minute. Hold on. Stand by. Let me see if I got you. All right. There, I got Mike TV back on. Are you there, Miss Buckner? Say something, please.
Absolutely.
Okay. I can't. Wait a minute. Hold on. Let me see if I can. Okay. You're not muted. I don't know what's wrong with. Okay. Now say something. Okay.
Mic check.
You hit in and out. Okay.
Mic check.
I don't understand this. Okay. She's here. You see her here, and I don't know what's happening. There, I see you. I don't know whether it's your mic or say something, Miss Buckner. I see you.
Mic check.
Okay. We still got some problems with her audio. She's here, and we're going to give her a chance to see if she could get her audio together just a little bit. I still see you down there. Also, she's going to come back. We were, how can I say this? The vice president will be here Wednesday in Jackson, Mississippi, for her book tour. We were booked to participate, and Miss Buckner's back. Wait a minute. Let me see. That's me. Okay, if you can come back again. We were booked to be there and to do media. Not going to get into the dynamics of things, but we're going to be unable to be present. And Mike Magazine has offered to get us footage and to get us the eyewitness account of the vice president's visit. It's not because I don't want to, trust me, but circumstances be as they may, I won't be able to attend. But this is a really big thing for us here in Mississippi. It's really big, and we'd like to just welcome the vice president here. Ms. Buckner, go ahead and say something if you can. Let me see if you're back.
Mic check.
Okay, I don't know what's happening. Wait a minute. Let me do some checking. All right. Your mic is on. I don't know what's happening here. Stand by 1 second. Okay, you wide open. Wait a minute. Let me do this again. Now, say something now. Okay. I don't understand this. You're on a different. Okay, if you can switch back to the other phone that you were on, it would help out, I think. And we ain't going nowhere till you come back. We'll wait for you to come back. If you can switch your equipment, we're gonna. We want you to come back, Brother Lee Mack. You there? You
Yeah.
can unmute. There he is. Say something, Brother Lee.
Great day, everyone, and new beginnings.
Okay, I'm having problem with both of you guys. I don't understand this. Okay, everybody's here. Okay, I got you here. Okay, Miss Buckner, can you say something now? Okay, you're wide open on both.
Mic
Okay,
check. Mic check.
I don't understand this. I can't hear anything. Okay, stand by one. Okay, I'm having problems with both of you. I don't understand this. Okay. Say something, Miss Buckner, if you can. Okay, I got you here. Okay,
Mic
Miss
check.
Buckner,
Mic
can you
check.
say something now?
Mic check. Mic check.
You're wide open on both. All right. I can't get either one. I don't know what's going on with this thing. Stay there, everybody. Just stay there for a second, and we're going to work this out. If we can get you to, both of you guys, to come in and come back out again, God help us. I don't know what's wrong with, but then, let me say this to our audience. I know that you hear me. I believe that you can. Okay, yeah, I got you. I got you. We're going to go to a break real quick, and we're going to try to get things situated. You're listening to the Magman Morning Show each and every weekday morning at 9 a.m. Central Standard Time. That's 10 o'clock on the East Coast right here on Mac Media 3 Productions. We'll be right back. Let's try to see if we can get this situation taken care of.
Fake Democrat, MAGA loving wolf in sheep clothing. Scott Cologne. His mouth is moving, but he's a black lion Mississippi attorney. Yes, another Mississippi attorney endorsed by Congressman Benny Thompson. Fake Democrat, MAGA loving wolf in sheep clothing. Scott Cologne. His mouth is moving, but he's a black lion Mississippi attorney. Yes, another Mississippi attorney endorsed by Congressman Benny Thompson. And he wants to distract you long enough for you to vote for him and send him to Washington, D.C. There's a real Democrat out there providing hope for Mississippi. And because she doesn't have a major endorsement or goes by the title attorney, she's considered the underdog. Priscilla Williams Till does not scratch where it doesn't itch, like her fake Democrat MAGA voting opponent, Scott Cologne. Remember Priscilla Williams Till in March at the polls. Priscilla Williams Till is fighting to rebuild Mississippi from the ground up, and she has never voted for a government shutdown where your EBT and food stamps will be affected like attorney Scott MAGA-loving Cologne has. Priscilla Williams Till campaign is built on a simple truth. When Mississippians are healthy, educated, and living in communities with clean water and strong infrastructure, our state thrives. Don't fall for the lies. Scott Cologne is fake. Priscilla Williams Till is the underdog, but she is the real Democrat in this race. Let's hear from Priscilla.
Voted in their primary and also registered as a Republican in there. So we know without a shadow of a doubt that Mr. Cologne should not be running in this Democratic election for the United States Senator, registered as a Republican. If he knows that he should not have been running and he tried to trick the Democratic voters, then he should be held accountable for that.
All right, we're back on the Magman Morning Show. Grand Rising to all of you all. We're trying to get our audio situated. I don't know what's happening, but let me uh, put these platforms on. Within the guidelines. We're not doing anything. Y'all not paying us anything. So please don't mess with our controls and stuff like that. And we are legitimate journalists and broadcasters. Under the First Amendment, we have a right to broadcast and to deliver and decipher the news. Now, go to Fox and the rest of them jokers and mess with them. Don't mess with us. Evidently, you know somebody's listening because they're trying to play dirty tricks with our sound and everything. And I got Brother Lee Mack is here, folks. He is here, and we're going to get him up in a couple of seconds. I wanted to say again, and please, y'all don't get upset because we're not going to be at the Vice President's book tour that we were slated to be there, but because of situations beyond our control, I got Miss Buckner back. Can you say something now, Miss Buckner? Hold on one second. Hold on. I thought I had you up here. I do. Can you say something? Okay, you still are muted. Wait a minute. I don't know what this is. Wait a minute. Let me do this. I'll do this and I'll do that. Okay. I have no. Let me look at this. Let's look at the. All right. Let's get this audio together. All right. One. I can't do that. Let's see. Cancel. Yeah, that's your iPhone microphone. All right. We're just going to as she tries to get everything together. Let me just put this bug out here real quick to everyone. I'm gonna see if I could get Brother Lee Mack up. Let me see if I can get him up. Brother Lee, are you there? Wait a minute. Hold on one second, sir. 1 second. There we go. Brother Lee, are you there? Can you say something to us, sir? Let's see if you can unmute your mic. And let's, I don't see anything yet.
Yes. Yes, I'm here.
Okay, wait a minute. Let me see this. Okay. Wait a minute. I had it. Okay. All right, he's back. Are you there, Brother Lee? All right. Ms. Buckner, can you say something? A couple of syllables? I got her here, y'all.
Mic check.
You know they messing with us here today. I don't know whether it's the iPhone or I have no idea, but if you just hang on for just a second, we're going to try to work this out. I know that everybody can hear me. I'm looking at the live feed also. Wait a minute. All right. We're here. Let me just say this. Let me get this out the way and inform you all. Sometimes things happen with our signals and so forth, and we're just grateful that we're here. But let me say this: the fight still continues, and we will have this broadcast again. Not a rebroadcast of this, but we will have Ms. Buckner to come back on. We're going to work everything out, and we're going to work the schedules out. We're right now at 9 minutes after the hour of 10 a.m. in the Central Time Zone. We are live, and we're trying to get everything situated. It just doesn't seem like I don't know what's going on here. We're grateful for all of our new listeners everywhere that have given us an opportunity to start your day, whether you're on Instagram or TikTok or, yes, our YouTube channel, and on Facebook. We're here. Hot Talk Radio and Television Network, we're here. And we're just grateful to be out and about. There are a lot of things that are going on in the state of Mississippi and around the country. We've heard of this type of thing going on. And I'm not just saying this just to start trouble or anything, as they might say, somebody might say crazily, but I'm nobody's fool. Don't tell me that you who you say you are and you're not. And this election is too crucial for us to just sit back and playing games like we are. Come out, tell the truth. You're welcome on the Magman Morning Show. I'm not here to torture you. I'm not here to say I like or dislike anybody, but we got to be right in what we're saying and what we're doing. And if that's the case, come on, you're welcome to come on. Any supporters of his that hear me now, go to macmedia3 at gmail.com and let me know what I need to do to get you on the air. And I'll do just that because we have a responsibility as broadcast journalists to do the job that we need to do. And that job is to present the accurate, not a lie, not trying to start nothing, not something that I heard, but actually bring the facts like they're supposed to be brought. It's a sad indictment. It is. It's a sad indictment when people are hoodwinked. We don't have time for this. The vice president is coming. We welcome her to the state of Mississippi, and I hope that she says something about this. We cannot be fooling around with this election, folks. We can't be doing it. And it is very, very vital and important. We need the assistance. Ms. Teal needs the assistance here. Jeff Holm down in District 4, he needs your help. There are other candidates that are running. They need your help, but you need to have a fair representation of who they are. And you should be able to vote for the person truly who has your values at heart. Now, I can't tell you who to vote for. Who I support. But then I want it to be fair all the way around. It has to be fair. And we got to, the playing field, we already have problems in our community. We got over 825,000 registered voters in Democratic eligible voters in the state of Mississippi. I got Ms. Buckner back. Wait 1 second. Let me see if I can get her up here. Hold on a second. All right. That's Brother Lee. Wait a minute. Let me see. Okay, that's Ms. Buckner. Can you say something? Wait a minute. Let me bring you up. Can you say something now? I got her here, y'all. You to vote for him. And she's trying. Okay, it's not coming through for some weird reason. I don't know. We're right now at 13 past the hour of 10. And, we stop at 10:20. But then Ms. Buckner, we're going to invite you to come back tomorrow or one day this week. If you can come back tomorrow, please do. You and Brother Lee, we're going to make sure. I don't understand this to save my life, but then that's okay. I'm not the technical person, and the bill's paid, so everything should be okay. Okay. Let me continue while I as we go. This election all over the country, there's 7 Black women that are running for United States Senate. It has never happened before. It has never happened that we're that close to getting them in somehow. Now there's 2 campaigns that's going on. Two sisters up in Illinois that's running against each other now. Either one is okay. Okay, I don't know how it's going to work out in the primary or whatever, but the fight is on, I guess. And politics is just politics, but we don't want politics going on. We don't need no hoodwinking going on. We have enough going on in the state of Mississippi voting wise that we don't need this problem to happen. And all it is to confuse the electorate, to confuse you. You voted this way and now you coming over here. What I want him to explain, why did you in the last national election vote for that man that given all of the trouble, and you had to vote for the ticket because there was no primary challenge to the president senator that's being ran that they running against, and the orange man were the only ones on the Republican ticket. Not only in the primary, but in the general you voted. And if you go back a little bit more, they did some digging. I didn't do it, but the qualified journalists such as Mike Magazine, Ms. Buckner, and other outlets have said, wait a minute, not just it's his family too. Now, you can do what you want and vote for who you want, but then don't tell me to vote for you and you know you're a Republican, especially one of these MAGAs. You're a MAGA and you want me to support you because you got my color. Just because you got a black skin does not make you qualified or does not give me the impression that you want to help our community. Now, everybody is hollering, everybody's screaming. I'm going to take it down, Miss Mike Magazine, for a minute because I'm about to talk about something right quick. We sit around and we get this lying impression that people are for us. Let's look at Mississippi, not Tennessee, not Arkansas, not Alabama, not any of these other places. Let's look in the state of Mississippi. Last in everything, last in budget, last in receiving help, always first to get cut. First to get cut with Medicaid and Medicare. They came and they cut. How many people in the state of Mississippi are on Medicaid and Medicare, and white folks too? They try to cut the food stamp program. People are struggling each and every day to put a meal on the table for their children and for their families. And here we are, we're cutting. Now, I know that there are people that are doing things, but there are white folks out there that's doing the same thing. They hooking and crooking. And they always try to, when we make news, we make horrible news. But when they make news, oh God, we're just out there. That goes back to what I was saying. And I'm going to say it, and I'm going to take as much time as I want to take. And I'll say what I want to say. What if, not just if it was a video, but what if the woman that was unalive was black? We hollering about, I have my sympathy for Miss Good, her family, children, and all, and fellow neighbors and friends and her family. They mourning. Yeah, I feel for them. But every day, not too far away from where that woman was unalive, that George Floyd was viciously unalive by a police officer. I can't breathe. Kept telling them, I can't breathe. Smothered and choked a man, life out of him. And if it wasn't for independent media, and if it wasn't for grassroots organizers, and if it wasn't for grassroots commentators, how will we ever find out about that? What if the woman was a black woman? Yeah, the video is good. They did that with Rodney King. It was on video. They were whooping the man with the sticks. Beat him almost half unalived him. Look on television in the city of Memphis. People that look like us ran this child down and took his life. Cameras everywhere. Then they trying to tell you, don't believe what your eyes are seeing. You got me messed up. When we looking at unaliveness, here this man is videotaping. Got the weapon in one hand and the cell phone in the other. And then unalive this woman. The woman wasn't even going towards him. And then they put the lie out. The lie, Secretary of Homeland Security and that Vice and that other pedophile up there. They ran over that's a lie. Then we got this foolishness in Mississippi. What are we supposed to think? What are we supposed to do, folks? Go along just because a certain person says that it's endorsed. I endorse them. They my friend. So y'all do what I tell y'all to do. No, it ain't going on. We got 3 other congressional districts with people that are Democratic leaning or whatever the case may be. We got other voters everywhere else. All the orders should not come from the 2nd congressional district. I hope you hear me. We got to work together with the elected officials that are in Jackson, in D.C., that's really fighting for us. This country is, we turned upside down. And what do? We discount it. We say it hasn't happened. I just want to add another word. Yeah, what if there wasn't a video, but what if this person was black and looked like me? I know that y'all asking for help. I know it's not right to pull people out of schools and take them and put them in cages like dogs and shoot at them and take hardworking people that are trying to make a living for their families. I know that it's difficult. It's difficult that it ain't supposed to be happening. But think about almost 160 years presently and 400 years totally, 400 and some odd years totally. You just getting treated like black people got treated. Am I happy about it? No. Now you know how we feel when we're discriminated against, when we're arrested and incarcerated at such rates. It's more black people incarcerated than there are in some cities. Even the state of Mississippi, probably. Almost 3 million people in jail. Then we got this man talking. I'm trying to keep the dope out of here. Yet, and still in all, you went and got Maduro because you want the oil, and you let the dope dealer go, the one that had the 400 tons of drugs that he brought here. You let him go. Something ain't right. It's a dead cat on the line. I hope you're hearing me. How can you tell me that you sending peacekeepers to Iran when the peace here is tore up and you beating people? You doing just what the government is doing over there, undercover. As I said before, are the ICE agents the Proud Boys and the Boogaloos or whatever they call them? These white supremacists, I've seen nothing but white folks. When they stand to have the press conference, white. When they lying, white. When they're arresting folks and saying that they are federal agents and they got these flap jackets and these things you can get off of Temu and off of Amazon, impersonating officers. You can buy a badge right now that looks like a police badge of your city if you go to Temu or any of them other mules. You can get flap jackets or these special jackets with these patches on it saying that you the FBI. I wish you would come here and not have a legitimate identification. It's going to be a problem. That's why they call it identifying, to identify you. What's your badge number? Your serial number? You got a clock number? What is your number? It should be displayed. Yet and still in all, we got people with masks on going around out here like it's trick or treat and Halloween. Ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters, we got to wake up. Not just smelling the coffee, but we need to wake up, open our eyes and our ears, if we can, get the wax out our ears and see what's going on. We're this close to the primary, and they put this guy in and saying that he is a Democrat when he voted for the orange man and Hyde Smith. Explain yourself, sir. Did you or did you not? Why should we give you our vote and support and you lying and perpetrating a fraud? Somebody need to explain this. Somebody's got to say something because we asking the question. The primary is the 10th of March. What are we doing? Why are we lying to people? Why are we giving them an opportunity to take this seat that we could take? The people can take all 4 of these congressional districts and that Senate seat, and we will be waiting for you, Mr. Roger Wicker, when it's time for you to get elected too. Stop falling for the okie doke. I don't care who they are, 30 years and plus. Mr. Thompson, you've been in office. I'm not knocking you, brother. I'm not saying that you haven't been a benefit to this state. But then maybe sometimes, you part at the age of retirement. Why don't you go sit down somewhere? Then this is the argument that y'all give us. He's got seniority. Somebody's got to start. What if God forbid something happened? We got to start over anyway. We need people in office that are truly, truly out there for the interests of the people. And then you asking us for our vote. Because you know you can't get nowhere without the black vote. Why are you over here and you're a Republican? Why don't you run as a Republican, brother? Why you over here in the Democrat area? Because they won't nominate you over on that side. See, because you're a boy over there. You're another black face over there. Mm-hmm. This is the McMahon Morning Show each and every weekday morning at 9 a.m. Central Standard Time. And that's 10 o'clock on the East Coast right here on Mac Media 3, Mac Media 3 Productions. I'm not anti-white, I'm pro-black. Because I got a right to. My people been through too much. We fought too hard. We did the marching. We got the dogs put on us. We got the water hoses put on us. We got called all kind of names, derogatory names, as the Hispanic community and every other immigrant group looked down on American black people, including the Nigerians and others. But yet you need our vote. We citizens, born and raised here. We got to vote. If nothing else, you got to vote. You better use it. But don't spend it on somebody that don't represent you. If it was my mama, if you don't represent the people, I wouldn't vote for it just because she's my mama, or that's my cousin, or that's my friend, or I know you, or we had lunch or something together. You don't get my vote because of that. Do you want my vote? You got to represent the people, and you got to represent the people, not special interests and all of this Mickey Mouse, Bozo the Circus foolishness that's going on around here. This is the McMahon Morning Show each and every weekday morning at 9 a.m. Central Standard Time. That's 10 o'clock on the East Coast, right here on Mac Media 3, Mac Media 3 Production, and all of our outlets and networks that we have. I'm going to go on ahead and let our sponsors have a little say, and those that support us. When you see candidates that come on here, we support them. Support them. Let's do what's right. But let's not lie to folks like we're this and that, and you know you don't represent the issues. You don't represent the people that put you in. We'll be right back. Okay, we're back. Miss Buckner, I got you here. Hold on a second if I can add you in here. All right, Miss Buckner, can you say something? Let's see if you hear.
Mic check.
Okay, I see your mic moving, but I don't know what in the world is going on. And I want to thank you for being here tomorrow. You got to come back tomorrow, or we might do this evening. We might come back on since all of y'all are here. We want y'all to come back this evening, and we're going to see if we can work this out and get Miss Buckner on, and we're going to work these bugs out of this system. I don't understand what's going on, but listen, we'll be right back. Okay, y'all just hold on a second. We'll be right back. We're not through. We'll be right back.
Fake Democrat, MAGA-loving wolf in sheep clothing. Scott Cologne. His mouth is moving, but he's a black lion Mississippi attorney. Yes, another Mississippi attorney endorsed by Congressman Benny Thompson. And he wants to distract you long enough for you to vote for him and send him to Washington, D.C. There's a real Democrat out there providing hope for Mississippi. And because she doesn't have a major endorsement or goes by the title attorney, she's considered the underdog. Priscilla Williams Till does not scratch where it doesn't itch. Like her fake Democrat MAGA voting opponent Scott Cologne. Remember Priscilla Williams Teal in March at the polls. Priscilla Williams Teal is fighting to rebuild Mississippi from the ground up, and she has never voted for a government shutdown where your EBT and food stamps will be affected like attorney Scott MAGA-loving Cologne has. Priscilla Williams Teal campaign is built on a simple truth. When Mississippians are healthy, educated, and living in communities with clean water and strong infrastructure, our state thrives. Don't fall for the lies. Scott Cologne is fake. Priscilla Williams Teal is the underdog, but she is the real Democrat in this race. Let's hear from Priscilla.
Voted in their primary and also registered as a Republican in there. So we know without a shadow of a doubt that Mr. Cologne should not be running in this Democratic election for the United States Senator. Registered as a Republican. If he knows that he should not have been running and he tried to trick the Democratic voters, then he should be held accountable for that.
If your locks ain't right and your twist is on limp, you know. Get over to Keisha Studio. Specialized in locks, natural hair, and extensions. When your hair needs that special attention, make Keisha Studios your next decision. Located 3964 Goodman Road E, Suite 122 in South Haven, Mississippi. Call 901-650-9487 for your appointment at Keisha Studios. You know.
I am Pam Ghostin, owner and creator of Candle Dessert Lounge, Mississippi's finest dessert and drink candles that are hand poured right here in DeSoto County. Our motto is dessert and drinks, 0 calories. We strive to create a vivid imagination of the delicious gourmet desserts and tropical drinks by offering a sweet and zesty vibe with an experience that ignites both your taste buds and sense of creativity. We also do candle making parties, whether it's for a private party, birthdays, anniversary, bachelor or bachelorette parties, business team building. We can do a party for any occasion. For more information, call 662-460-5035. Also, check out our website at candledessertlounge.bigcartel.com. If you're looking for those one-of-a-kind gifts, our candles are perfect for you.
Hello everyone, this is Melissa Schumpert with Melissa Fashion. Come out to our store location. We're waiting to pack those orders and see your smiley faces at 850 North Gloucester Street, Suite 3, Tupelo, Mississippi, 38804. And always you can shop online at melipifashion.com.
Up in the sky, it's a bird. It's a plane. It's helicopter, helicopter. Look, it's a bird. It's a plane. No, it's